Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the inaugural broadcast between EA Sports and NBC. I'm Jackson Gross, here to bring you the oldest rivalry in the NFL, as Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers face off against Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears. As we get to see a live shot here of Soldier Field as the members of the 85 Bears exit from the tunnel. Players walking out to their respective tunnels, getting ready to do this rivalry one more time in Madden 20. Lots of changes for both of these sides through this past off season. As we take a look at the coaching staffs for both sides, for the Bears, head coach Matt Nagy now entering his third year on the job, 20-12 over his first 2 years. Obviously, last year, a bit of a disappointment at 8-8 with starting quarterback Mitchell Trubisky. As we're getting ready to go, as Chandon Sullivan will take the kickback for the Packers, backup corner. As we are ready to roll. As the Packers will receive first under now second-year head coach Matt LaFleur. 13-3, got the Packers to the NFC Championship game before losing to San Francisco, as Sullivan takes it out and is tackled by a combination of J.P. Holtz and Khalil Mack, stopped at the 23. As we got the main man from Cal, NFL MVP, Super Bowl champion Aaron Rodgers. 4,000 yards, 26 touchdowns, 4 interceptions for the man out of Cal in Chico, California. Packers will get the first play from scrimmage. Rodgers drops back, throws. Caught over the middle by Lazard. He gets a first down, quite a bit more. 13 yards on the pitch and catch. Nice run after catch by Alan Lazard. Undrafted free agent out of Iowa State. That's a toss play to NFL rushing touchdown there, Aaron Jones, but this time he goes nowhere. Third-year man out of Georgia, Roque Smith with the tackle. So it'll be 2nd and 13. Roquan Smith, as mentioned, coming out of Georgia. One of the many players on this Bears roster at one point or another coming from Georgia. Riley Ridley, Javon Wims, and recently Leonard Floyd. As Aaron Jones gets another take, but he too goes down. As Robert Quinn, the new free agency signing, gets another tackle. Loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 15. So just straight backwards for the Packers so far, which is odd considering Aaron Jones led the league in rushing touchdowns with 16 touchdowns on the year. So we are getting ready for first 3rd down of the night. Packers offense pretty solid overall. Not mostly mediocre, but the one thing they can do is they put up points. 23.5 points, as it's a short dump off to Jamal Williams. It's quickly brought down by Danny Trevathan. That will lead to a 4th down. Danny Trevathan, one of the long stalwarts of this defense, came over here from free agency from Denver after he won a Super Bowl with the Broncos. Just signed a 3-year extension this past offseason as Tariq Cohen takes it short. As the Bears will take over on offense. You know, Cohen was an All-Pro in 2018, but his best return was here against the San Francisco 49ers in 2017, as he was switching directions and really living up to the nickname of the human joystick as he ran in for the touchdown. As now Mitchell Trubisky will be starting in this one. Obviously the big talk around the city of Chicago ever since week 1 of the 2019 season has been the play of Mitchell Trubisky. Bears brought in Nick Foles via trade, 4th round pick. It's a handoff to David Montgomery. Montgomery, the now second year of Iowa State. 900 yards, not on great efficiency, but solid overall. As we take a look at the starters, Allen Robinson, Tariq Cohen. Some of the more dynamic playmakers on this Bears offense, Anthony Miller, Javon Wims, Brent Broniker. Surprised no Jimmy Graham, but see how the Bears play this as Trubisky drops back on the play action, fires over the middle, it's caught by Wims. And that, oh, there looks like there's going to be a penalty there. And there is. It's another patented EA face mask, as the Bears will get an extra 15 yards and head into Packer territory. So 1 yard on first down and quite a few more yards on second down. The Bears will go into the I formation. Ryan Nall, undrafted player out of Northern Illinois University, as he goes up the middle. As Montgomery goes up the middle, picks up 11 yards, and it's another first down for the Bears. Christian Kirksey and Adrian Amos on the tackle. Obviously, Adrian Amos, former Chicago Bear, signed with the Packers in the past free agency. Obviously, the Bears replaced him with Ha-Ha Clinton Dix, and now plays Clinton Dix with Tashawn Gibson. Interesting to see that the safety position continues to evolve for Chicago. 3 wide out set under center as Trubisky drops back. Fires over the middle. Here's Anthony Miller, third-year player out of Memphis, and another looks to be face mask. And it is. So start at the 31. The Bears will now move to first and goal at the 8. Sizable pickup for the Bears on another face mask penalty. And Bears will once again go back into the I formation. Trubisky starting 2 for 2. Calling to the line, waits, fires over the middle. Wims had it, but he dropped it. That was one of the big problems for this Bears offense. So you take a look at the Packer starters, Dean Lowry, Kenny Clark, and Matarius Adams. Then the Smith brothers, and Kirksey and Oren Burks. And Jair Alexander, Adrian Amos, and Kevin King highlighting that secondary. Second and goal after the drop pass. First time the Bears are in shotgun. Looks like Trubisky's making a quick change. Looks. Sends a man in motion, Broniker, to the other side of the field. Interesting play call. Trubisky drops back, throws over the middle, and it's picked off. Kevin Holman, other starting safety spot, gets the pick, and Packers will set up shop at the 20-yard line. Interception's not a big problem for Trubisky, only 10 interceptions, but definitely a downgrade from his 2018 Pro Bowl performance, as the Packers will hand it off to Jamal Williams. So far better than Aaron Jones as he picks up 3 yards. As we take a look at the Packers starting offensive line. Cole Madsen, obviously Aaron Jones, and Jamal Williams, and Devontae Adams, the star receiver. He's grown to #1 target since being drafted in 2014. As the Packers go 5 wide. Bears bring a blitz. Rodgers looks, throws. Had tight end Jay Sternberger open, but decided not to, or missed him. Let's look at the Bears starting defense. Hicks, Golden, and Nichols. Josh Woods, Roquan Smith, Danny Trevathan. Khalil Mack should be in there as Kyle Fuller, Eddie Jackson, and Buster Screen highlight that secondary as well. Look like the Packers will go to 4 wide receiver set on this possession. Williams in the backfield. Rodgers looks over the defense, drops back, fires. Williams, punishing hit from Roquan Smith. Be down once again, so 2 quick 3-and-outs for the Packers offense. And that will lead to punter from Alabama, J.K. Scott. sending it away to Tariq Cohen for the second time tonight. It's Cohen. And another short return gets it to the 25-yard line. Averaging about 5 yards per return. As Trubisky will try and shake off that interception and try and get it to one of the targets in blue or navy and orange. He's now got 2 tight ends set with Jimmy Graham and Ben Broniker. Trubisky drops back once again, fires over to Allen Robinson, and he gets the first down on the slant. Allen Robinson, one of the better separators and one of the underrated receivers in the league. 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns last year, but no Pro Bowl appearance for him. Signed with the Bears in 2018. And once again, another 2 tight end set. Just play action this time. Fires, finds Robinson once again. Second catch for Allen Robinson on the night. That was one of the things. Allen Robinson is a great target. One of the major criticisms of Trubisky is that sometimes he would focus in on Robinson. We'll see if he can get other guys involved. Even though Williams did drop the pass on that first possession. Trubisky will now hand it off to David Montgomery. He finds a hole. David Montgomery, big yardage up to the 23-yard line. Already 32 rushing yards for David Montgomery. What's surprising so far is that David Montgomery actually really struggled against this Packers front. Only 57 yards and 20 attempts and no touchdowns in his 2 games against the Packers this past year. Go back to the 2 receiver set. 1 tight end, 1 fullback. Play action once again from Chicago. Trubisky looks, no one open, and he just throws it away. Smart decision from the 4th-year player out of North Carolina. Obviously, number 2 overall picked over Patrick Mahomes and Deshaun Watson, who've had better success so far. Obviously, Mahomes winning the Super Bowl with Kansas City, and Deshaun Watson coming in one of the best young quarterbacks in the league. Trubisky is still a Pro Bowler, but has not lived up to that number 2 overall billing so far. Trubisky will fake the handoff to Cohen. Fires, floats it, nearly intercepted. Chandon Sullivan nearly had it, but that'll be the last play of the first quarter. No score. Looking like an old-fashioned rivalry game between the Bears and Packers. Back to that black and blue division, as now we're back here in the second quarter. Bears, one of the Bears' strengths for their entire existence has been their defense, and it was last year. 4th in points allowed, 18.6, but as it has been for many years for Bears fans, the offense really struggled. 29th in scoring, 17.5 per game. Let's see how Bears can put up some points against the Packers. Only scored 3 points in the first meeting of the season as Trubisky goes play action again, finds Robinson, catches, and is immediately tackled by a combination of Kevin King, Chandon Sullivan. That's his 3rd catch, nearly 50 yards already for Allen Robinson. Nice pitch and catch between, which will now be their 3rd year together. Trubisky drops back again, fires, tipped away. Christian Kirksey with the deflection, newcomer on this Packers defense this past offseason. Who's after they lost Blake Martinez and Kyle Fackrell. Played with the Browns for many years, had a solid season in 2014 with the Browns, 148 tackles. As Trubisky hands it off to Montgomery, he gets a few yards, but is pounded by Clark and Lowry. This will now be 3rd and goal. One of the other problems the Bears had is they were not very good in the red zone. And I can say that from experience watching this team. As we'll see what the Bears decide to do. And as They will go into shotgun, 3 wide. Packers going to 4-man front. Trubisky rolls out, looks, is tackled, but he fumbles, and it's picked up by Kenny Clark. Another turnover by Trubisky squanders another goal line opportunity, and the Packers will have the ball once again, this time at the 6-yard line. It looked like Trubisky had a pretty open alley, but just couldn't find the way to get there, and Packers will have the ball back, still 0-0. Rodgers drops back, fires, he finds Davante Adams, shakes off a tackle, and is tackled down. Bears have only allowed 34 yards so far. Davante Adams had 1,300 yards in 2018. Best receivers in the league, as Bears will hand it off to Aaron Jones. Nice juke move, but it's tackled down by Khalil Mack and Kyle Fuller, 2 All-Pros. Obviously, Khalil Mack, a Defensive Player of the Year, All-Pro at defensive end and outside linebacker. Kyle Fuller, resurgence after his player option was denied as Sternberger's open, but he fumbles. Jamal Williams picks it up. And if he had a little bit more speed, he might have had a touchdown. What a heads-up play by Jamal Williams to pick up the fumble. The Packers are nearly inside the red zone. It's a quick jet sweep to Allen Lazard, but he's quickly brought down after only a gain of 5. Packers offense seems to be in a bit of a groove. Second year under Matt LaFleur, after they fired Mike McCarthy midway through last year after a loss to the Cardinals in 2018, is Rodgers, a little miscommunication there, and no. Now it'll be 3rd and 5 at the 17-yard line. Could we have our first potential scoring play? Bears will go into a nickel. Packers 3 wideouts. Rodgers looks over the defense. He gets the ball, but it's Khalil Mack. One of the many times in this 2-year span that Khalil Mack has been able to get after Aaron Rodgers. Unsurprising as well, he had one of the more unique sacks on Aaron Rodgers with the back sack he had in their Week 15 matchup in 2018, which helped the Bears clinch that division. Khalil Mack has been wreaking havoc on the Packers since Week 1 of 2018. I had that interception after Rodgers got hurt in that miraculous comeback for Green Bay, but Mack had that incredible interception to help the Bears get to 17-0 lead at halftime. Now we get back to the action, and Bears defense stands up, and it'll be 4th down and only a field goal attempt. Mason Crosby, longtime kicker for the Packers, is ready to go. He kicks, and it's good. And the Packers will take a 3-0 lead. Much like Week 1 of this past year, Crosby will kick it away to Cordell Patterson, free agent signing in his 2nd year with the Bears, as he takes the kick away, nearly sheds a tackle, was taken down, gets an extra yard than he would have, get at the 26-yard line. The Bears will go to work near the 2-minute drill, 2:31 left, 3-0 Green Bay. Trubisky will try not to turn it over for a 3rd straight possession. Bears been able to move the ball, but has turned it over as Trubisky finds Robinson. Did he hold on? No, he dropped it. Nice play by Kevin King to knock the ball away. It'll be 2nd down and 10. For this Bears offense. Trubisky looking over. He drops back. Looking on the slant. No one open. And he finds Robinson once again. Taken down by Zadarius Smith. Part of the self-proclaimed Smith brothers between Preston and Zadarius. Bears try to get a playoff, but that will be the 2-minute warning after this quick message. And now we're back. Bears looking at a 1st down after the slant route to Allen Robinson got them about 20 yards. Packers 5 men at the line, but still in nickels. They bring a blitz. Anthony Miller open once again on the drag route, and he turns upfield and gets a first down up to the Packer 46. Bears no huddle, 10-second run-up. New play is called. But Trubisky audibles out of that play. Potentially audibles again. He drops back. Looking. Nothing so far. He finds Broniker. And he stumbles forward to the 37. The Bears will call their first time out of the half. If need be, if they can't get close enough for a touchdown, they have the reliable Eddie Pinheiro. Obviously had that missed kick against the Chargers at home, but a bit of a had a good start after that fantastic 50-plus yard field goal in Denver. Helped the Bears get their first win of the year. Many fans started calling him Eddie De Niro. But obviously had that struggle against the Chargers, but overall better than most Bears fans would consider better than Cody Parkey. Obviously had the double dunk against the Eagles in the playoffs. There's Broniker on the drag route, gets a first down. Trubisky 9 of 15 for 126 yards as the Bears will take their second timeout. They got one left with 1:10 to go. Packers defense has been stout on their side of the field. Obviously the Bears have gotten 2 goal-to-go situations, but Packers defense has been able to turn them away. Once again, 5-man front for the Green Bay. Trubisky on the RPO gets it to Robinson on the slant once again. He picks up 8 yards. That'll be second down and 2. 50 seconds to go. Trubisky hands it off to Montgomery. He jukes. Gets a couple yards, but I don't know if it's enough for a first. It is 3rd and inches. Clock continuing to run. Now 30 seconds left for this Bears offense. Trubisky hands it off once again. And Jair Alexander, one of 2 X factors, according to Madden, on this Packers squad, is the Bears passed with 24 seconds to go. Bears line up an I formation. Surprising, considering it's a 2-minute drill. Trubisky flips the play. Very interesting to see. He stands over the defense. It's play action. Nothing doing. He finds an alley to the right, and he gets out of bounds. 8-yard rush for Trubisky. This Pro Bowl season, Trubisky is one of the better running quarterbacks. Had that highlight play against New England Patriots, but not as much in 2019. Potentially hampered due to a shoulder injury. But had a fantastic game against the Cowboys. Trubisky is definitely one of the more athletic quarterbacks in the league. As Trubisky with a 2 tight end set, 2 receivers. Montgomery in the backfield. As it's another play action. Pressure. And it's Amos and Kirksey. And there's not enough time. And the Bears don't even get a field goal. 3 times in the red zone, no score for the Bears as they trail 3-0 at halftime. Bears will have to look and see how they can put some points up on the board in the second half. But we'll take a quick break and send it to the halftime show. And we'll be right back. After the halftime as the Bears will get the ball to start the second half. Patterson waiting deep, and he returns it at the 1-yard line. Spins. Probably not the best move there as he only gets to the 21-yard line. We'll take a quick break before the offense gets going. After some technical difficulties, as Bears will get the ball. 172 yards, but no points. Packers with 3 points as it's a handoff to Montgomery, and he pile drives through Zadarius Smith to pick up some yards. 4 yards on the carry for Montgomery. That's Zadarius Smith's second tackle. Only 1 sack so far for the Packers, and that was by Amos. As Trubisky looks back, looking, firing. What a throw and catch by Trubisky and Robinson between Alexander and Amos. And that big play for this Bears offense as they'll set up shop at the 44-yard line. Fitted in between 2 players. Some of the throws the Bears fans are waiting to see Trubisky hit as Montgomery will get the carry. And he gets some solid yards up to the Packers' 48-yard line. 50 yards for him on the 8-yard carry. And it'll be second down and 2. Packers load the box. Trubisky hands it off again to Montgomery. Not much success this time. Gets it, but is still short by a few inches, and it's 3rd and 1. Playing to the Packers there as Trubisky. The Bears will set up an I form. Play action this time. It's over to Jimmy Graham, the former Packer. Alexander tries to strip it away, but the Bears will be set up with a first down. Jimmy Graham signed a 2-year, $16 million deal with the Bears this past offseason. Hadn't had a lot of success in Green Bay, just over 1,000 yards and touchdowns with the green and gold, hopefully for better success with the navy and orange. Trubisky hands off to Montgomery. Tries to shake someone loose, can't do it, but picks up another solid gain. Nice blocking from the left side of the line between Leno and James Daniels. 9 yards for Montgomery. Now set them up with 2nd and short. One of the main criticisms of the Bears offense also was their run game. 27th in total rush yards for this offense. Lots of problems on offensive line. Kyle Long injured and now retired, and players underperforming like Charles Leno. And just a mix-up at center and left guard between Daniels and Whitehair. As Trubisky drops back, looks, scrambles left, can't find anyone open. Finally finds Demetrius Harris open, another new addition to this Bears offense. And that'll be 1st and goal for the 3rd time for this Bears offense. Let's see if they can cash in. 0 for 3 so far in the red zone for the Chicago offense. 2 tight ends set. Trubisky on the draw. Nothing doing that time. Kenny Clark blows up the play. And it'll be a loss of 2. Kenny Clark, one of the stars of this Packers defense and the defensive line overall. From UCLA. Grabbed his first Pro Bowl of this year. 12 sacks and 17 tackles for loss these past 2 years for the nose tackles. 3. Trubisky, play action. Nearly sacked. Robinson looked like he was there, but just missed the play, and it's 3rd and goal once again. Imagine Bears fans are getting a little restless at this point. Bears 10 yards away from getting a touchdown, but can't seem to go through. Bears will go 5 wide with Ted Ginn now in the game. Another late offseason up to fill some holes at wide receiver. Trubisky fires, finds Graham, but he's down at the 1. 4th and goal. Big question for Matt Nagy as Graham was tackled by Amos. As they go for the field goal and the tie, and they will. That's a quick answer to that question. And Eddie Pinheiro, 18 yards away, he knocks it through. Shorter than an extra point. Now and from 2008. As now it's a 3-3 game. This is pretty much playing out how it did in real life week 1 between the Bears and Packers. As Patrick O'Donnell will kick it away. Sullivan now takes it out. He's stopped right at the 25-yard line. Already Burns on the tackle. Bears defense will come out once again. quick up. It's Aaron Rodgers now with Jamal Williams in the backfield. Fakes the handoff. Fires. Incomplete. Rodgers 5 of 8. Not a good play there, and it'll be second down. Just a quick run over the starters for the Packers offensive line. David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Corey Linsley, Billy Turner, and Rick Wagner. As now it'll be a handoff to Aaron Jones. He's tackled, but Deion Bush falls prey to the face mask penalty, and that will lead to a Packer first down. Of course, the Packers do accept the penalty, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Only 3 penalties, all face masks, no holding, no pass interference. Doesn't seem quite as realistic as you would think, but once again, this is Madden. As now it's Rodgers back in the shotgun. Jamal Williams with the carry. And only gets a yard, and it'll be second down and 9. Jamal Williams, 4th-round pick in 2017, 5 touchdowns, receiving touchdowns in 2019. As Lazard will get the catch and is tackled by Eddie Jackson. Eddie Jackson, the all-pro safety from Alabama, grew up in Lauderdale Lakes, Florida. Besides being an all-pro and just an overall fantastic safety for the Bears, drafted in the 4th round, many thought he would be a second-round talent. He seemed to have a knack for getting into the end zone. 5 touchdowns overall in his now 4th year in the league, but in 2017 and 2017 he had 2 against the Carolina Panthers, but in 2018 he really turned it on, had a fumble recovery against the Bills, but had 2 game-sealing interceptions, one against Minnesota, he came back with a touchdown, and then against Detroit on Thanksgiving, both coming within a few hours of each other, just showing the big playability of Eddie Jackson. As the Bears will set up, or the Packers will set up for a 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3, 3-3 score in the 3rd quarter with 33 seconds to go. 3s are wide. Bears fake the pressure as Rodgers finds Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 1,000 yards and 4 touchdowns in 2 years with the Packers. Played in every game. Just can't seem to catch the ball quite well. Only 26 of his 56 targets found his mitts. But it's a first down on that catch for the Packers and Aaron Rodgers. As it's another handoff to Aaron Jones. Big room. Shakes a tackle from Eddie Jackson. Finds a big hole. And that will end the 3rd quarter. 3-3 is our score. And we'll be right back after these messages from Empire State University. And now we're back. 3-3 score. 4th quarter time. Biggest part of the game here is the Packers go 5 wide once again. Rodgers drops back, finds Devontae Adams, but short throws. He's tackled by Screen and Hicks. Hicks, an underrated player in many people's eyes. Signed over from the Saints after playing with New England as well, and has turned into one of the best defensive tackles in the league. As Aaron Jones finds another big hole, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Packers. Another big run back-to-back for the Packers. And they're knocking on the door of getting a touchdown. One changes for the Packers is in past years they really relied on Aaron Rodgers, but they actually finished with more rushing yards than passing yards this past season. A heavy focus on play action. Coming over from the Titans system with Matt LaFleur. But Jamal Williams gets a handoff, but he goes nowhere. Cleo Mack laying the boom. And it'll be second and goal from the 9. What can you say about Cleo Mack that hasn't already been said? one of the best defensive players, came over in that trade in August. Does come back. Oh my goodness. Personally shutting down all Packers running backs. His second tackle for loss. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 10. I talked about laying the boom on the last play. He just laid out Aaron Jones on that one. Fantastic play. As now it's 3rd and goal. Will the Bears hold them to another field goal, or will it be a touchdown for Green Bay? Pressure. Rodgers rolls right. He can't get anywhere, and it's a fumble. No points for the Packers. Danny Trevathan picks it up. And it'll be Chicago Bear ball at the 9-yard line. Big stand from the Bears, looking like their 2018 selves, where they led the league in takeaways, particularly in the interceptions department, especially with Eddie Jackson with 6 interceptions and Kyle Fuller with 7 at the corner spot, tied for the league lead that year. But now the Bears have a chance to take the lead with 4 minutes to go. Bears in 2 tight end ace formation. As it's over to Anthony Miller. He's close to the first down, gets about 9, and it'll be 2nd inch. Anthony Miller, inconsistent season for him, but overall finished with 600 yards on the year. Trubisky hands off to Montgomery. He finds some space. He bounces off a tackle from Kevin King before being brought down by Burks, and he gets the first down. 3 yards on the play, but it was a tough 3 yards for David Montgomery. David Montgomery off Iowa State, Cincinnati, Ohio. Scored his first NFL touchdown week 2 against the Broncos in the Bears' first win that year. 7 more wins came this past season, along with 8 more losses. Or 7 more losses, I should say. As now the Bears are looking to choose some clock with 3 minutes to go. Another handoff to Montgomery. He falls forward for 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd and 6. Another tackle from Oren Burks. A guy who's barely played in 12 games past year, only had 11 tackles, primarily used in special teams. Also trying to help fill the role left by Blake Martinez and Kyle Fackrell. Blake Martinez leaving, and Kyle Fackrell going to New York as Tariq Cohen finally gets a touch. He gets 4 yards. He's tackled down by Adrian Amos. It's a 3-yard gain. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Just about to hit the 2-minute warning. See if the Bears can get a play off, and they do. As Clark pulls over, but Amos gets around the side and gets Montgomery for no gain. And it'll be 4th down. Bears will be forced to punt. But it looks like they're not going to at their own 30-yard line. Matt Nagy deciding to be bold at an interesting time to be bold. Trubisky now trying to draw the Packers offside. He drops back, looking for someone open. He fires. He finds Ted Ginn, his first catch of the night, and a big catch indeed. The Bears will have a first down. Still 3 timeouts. They're lucky not to use one right now. Bears are in business at their own 34-yard line. Nagy from Dunellen, New Jersey. Former Kansas City offensive coordinator. As Trubisky will go play action. Can't find anyone open. Finds Montgomery on the slide step. The Bears will take their first timeout after a gain of 7 by Montgomery. A lot of people say Trubisky is actually better throwing on the run than he is just dropping back, and at least on that play, those people are right. As it'll be just shut up shop, 2-yard line. Trubisky drops back. He finds Jimmy Graham. What a block from Robinson. Stiff arm from Graham, and she keeps going. And he gets all the way inside the 30. 17 yards after the catch for Jimmy Graham. Bears are well inside Packer territory. As it was set up by a nice block from Allen Robinson. About a minute, 12 seconds left to go. Two tight end set once again. Wings set up this time. Trubisky will change the play at the line. Drops on a three-step drop. Looks. Finds Robinson, but he drops it. Something you rarely see from Allen Robinson is usually one of the more sure-handed receivers in the league, making acrobatic catches, especially against the Packers, one of the big targets Trubisky had since he signed with the Bears in 2018. Now the Bears will look to set up on 2nd and 10. As Trubisky now. Another play action, but he's immediately sacked by the Packers, but there's a flag.
Personal foul. Face mask.
And there's a face mask call. Big mistake by Chris Bolton. And that will set the Bears up at the Packer 19-yard line. Bears will get ready to go. Trubisky hands off to Montgomery. He finds a hole. And it's tackled by Jair Alexander. As the Packers will take their first timeout. About just 1 second, under a minute to go. Bears looking to milk the clock and probably just look for a field goal here. There's a flag on the play now. Start. Looks like Demetrius Harris guilty on that one. Two new tight ends along with Cole Kmet, who unavailable. Still hasn't officially signed his rookie contracts. Bears' first overall selection in the 2nd round. One of 2 second-round picks they had from the Oakland Raiders in the Khalil Mack trade. As Trubisky finds Robinson inside the 5. And the Packers will take another timeout. Looks like the Bears are looking for more than just a field goal. Robinson over 100 yards on 7 catches. Bears are in a great position to take a commanding lead. Eventually go up by 7. As Trubisky hands it off to Montgomery. He gets stuck behind some offensive linemen. He bowls forward, gets to the 1. And the Packers take their last timeout. There's knocking on the door. Closest they've been 0 for 4 in the red zone. Or say 1 for 4 in the red zone with a field goal. We'll see if they can cash in with the touchdown. Trubisky hands it off to Montgomery. He crosses the goal line for a touchdown. The one player who'd never had a touchdown in his rookie year against the Packers gets the touchdown here with under 50 seconds to go. See how the Packers play with no timeouts and just under 50 seconds to go. As Pinheiro will look to knock down the extra point. The kick is away, and it's good. 13 plays, 100 yards for the Bears. As Aaron Rodgers looks to rally the troops and try and get a score for the Packers. One of the things we really haven't seen so far is Davante Adams or Aaron Jones really get involved. Aaron Jones has been primarily shut down, as has Davante Adams. Davante Adams is usually getting in on the act quite a bit. Like I said, over 1,300 yards and really good at run after the catch, whether it be in space or just on the pitch and catch from Aaron Rodgers. But like any big-time receiver, he can make plays in traffic and make great catches to result in touchdowns for the Green Bay Packers. how this game ends and see if it'll go the other way around and see if a Bears player can intercept Aaron Rodgers. Week 1, Adrian Amos, the former Bear, intercepted Mitchell Trubisky. That pretty much sealed up that one. As the wide receiver set, Rodgers drops back, finds Jamal Williams again. All big back so far as Packers hurry to line with 25 seconds. Rodgers drops back. Sternberger now. He gets the first up to the 38-yard line. It's under 10 seconds to go. Rodgers drops back. He fires, finds Williams, and that's gonna do it. Eddie Jackson with the game-stealing tackle. And unlike Week 1 in 2019, the Bears come on top in June of 2020 with a win 10-3. David Montgomery, the only touchdown tonight, but Mitchell Trubisky, solid game, over 200 yards, no touchdowns. Did have 2 turnovers, but led his team to the big win. One of the main players that we really didn't hear a lot from were the Smith brothers. No sacks between the two of them, few tackles here and there, but Bears did enough to get the win tonight. It will hopefully be able to transfer that into real life. No interceptions from Aaron Rodgers. No players like Kyle Fuller. Got a 2 interception day in 2018 against the Miami Dolphins. Thank you for everyone who tuned in tonight. Thank you to all the content creators for your highlight reels. And we will see you in the next one. I'm Jackson Gross. Once again, the Bears, win 10-3 over the Green Bay Packers. This has been the NFL on EA Sports, part of the NBC Network.